What's up,
Hi, Mark.
Mark?
Hey, how y'all doing?
Marcus Aurelius Heinen, I believe is your full name.
Uh, it's good enough. Close
Yep,
enough.
yep, we'll take it.
Close enough.
Mark, dude, how long have we known you? 30 years?
30 something
Known
years,
him
yeah.
like,
I was
about 30 years.
I was 12 when I met Billy.
My
So
brother.
so that's
Yeah.
32 years.
Oh, I
33
didn't meet you
years.
till a little bit later,
But
but it's still been about
15.
30 years.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
been 30 years. Easy.
Yeah.
This is the only guy who, when Blues Traveler came out, was instantly fucking could be John Popper with just one hat. That was it. Nobody else in the world. If only you could have played the harmonica, you'd have been great.
Oh, horrible. That shit. Horrible.
But you're looking great, man, dude.
Well,
Seriously.
thank you.
We haven't seen you in what, a couple of years now? The wedding.
It's been a
Yeah.
while. The wedding.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a long
I
What have you
work a
been up
lot.
to?
I just work, man. That's all I do. I work and I build a gun here and there and work on my car here and there. That's
So,
it.
Okay, so wait, which car are you working on now?
Same one I've had, the Mustang, since I got it in
Nice.
2014.
Okay.
and you work like you tell us what you do, like your job. You work for
Oh,
Deutsch Works.
Deech Works.
Do-
Deech
Deutsch Works.
Works. So we
It looks like
manufacture.
Deutsch. Why am I
It
reading
does
it in
look like
German?
it does look like Deutsch. It does.
Okay.
But
So
it's
what's
Deech.
the correct pronunciation?
These work.
Deech, like peach. Deech Works.
Okay, cool. I just wanted to get that correct.
Yeah. So we are a manufacturer of fuel systems for racing applications.
Fucking car.
So
Fancy shit that I know nothing about, but it sounds really
And
awesome.
you've always been in the fucking cars.
Yeah.
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 So I've been there for 17 years.
Wow.
And I have done everything but CEO of that company.
You had
So
that go ahead.
what I do is I take care of wholesale distributors and some smaller accounts, but basically I process their orders. I have a desk job now compared to what I used to do, but I process their orders, answer a lot of tech questions for them, make sure they're happy, tell them when their customers call them, like, you know who Summit Racing is, right?
Yeah. Wait,
Yeah,
no.
well, that's one of our
I
customers.
just automatically said yes. What is summary?
I don't know.
I just automatically said yes. I don't know.
Well, they'll call and say, "Do you have this part number available? Does this fit a 2003 Mustang?" Or, and if it doesn't, I will guide them to what they need. I do answer tech questions fairly often for people
What is
because
that?
I've been
What
there
is
for so
that?
long.
What is that fucking car show you go to
SEMA.
in
SEMA,
In Vegas.
Vegas?
yeah,
Tell me
SEMA.
about that.
SEMA is like
The Grammys for car guys.
Is it like
it is.
the porn VMAs, like the
It's close. So
for
the
like
first one
cars.
I went to was 2008, and I've gone to probably 10 of them total. And PRI, SEMA and Tokyo Auto Salon are like the masters and the PGA championship for car shit.
The Masters.
So it's 30, 40,000 people, sometimes more than that, sometimes less. COVID kind of died off. I think 2017 or 2018, it was like 60,000 people. There was between 15 and 20 miles of booths. It takes like 3 days if you want to walk every inch of it.
Wow.
I love it. We're normally like the wall directly behind Ford. So, and we work with Ford on some stuff and have for a long time. So it's nice to be around that stuff. But let me tell you, the only reason I like going now is the fucking food in Vegas is really good. I've been there enough times. I've walked it. I've destroyed my feet.
I hear now that they have the bridges that go over the strip
but
the strip that we knew back in the early what not the late 90s and early 2000s, where you could walk the strip, is now it's just a casino to casino with these walkover bridges.
but not the convention center.
Okay.
That's where it's at. And last time I was there, they were building the new football stadium
Oh, for the Raiders.
for the Raiders team that moved
Yeah,
in, and
yeah.
it was parking 3 miles
Oh,
away.
Vegas Raiders.
Now there are a lot of like shuttles and stuff that are a hell of a lot easier to take than drive.
Yeah.
We normally rented a car
It's
or a van.
Vegas, dude. They better
Yeah,
have public transportation.
yeah, but it's so much better when you have a vehicle, when
yeah.
you have 9 people there with you, because
Right.
everybody wants to do something different. I had when I was in sales, modern muscle sales, I had a buddy that was import sales, and James and we'd go off on our own at
I have
night
natural
because we know
muscles.
people in Vegas. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
you know, natural ones. Yeah, you're looking a lot like your dad.
Beautiful.
He's acting
I'm
more
just
like his
saying.
dad too. He's a big old teddy
Yeah.
bear now.
I am.
Well, his dad was always
THC
stern.
helps.
John's not really stern.
Oh,
Johnny's
no,
not
he
stern.
used to be. He used to be.
Yeah, a long time ago, maybe.
No.
Johnny's. I know when Johnny's been in a bad mood, and I know when Johnny's in a good mood.
This dude
And I know
came
when Johnny likes to drink cranberry gin.
Ew.
Ew. Really?
Yeah, we drank a lot of gin. It was all I had. It was all I had.
I'm curious
But-
about
What? Tell the story.
We were like 18 and 16, 19 and 17, something like that. I don't think that I had graduated yet. And
Oh.
we were at your house, and all I had was gin. So we were drinking gin, like bottles like this big little 350 milliliter bottles. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So we got hammered off gin. And we've been hammered off a lot of different shit though. So
I
mean,
like it.
And then
But
What?
he like all he's ever said to me the whole time we've been together is no, gin makes you stink. It comes out your pores.
Gin-
dude, that's
gin
the
is not-
quickest way to get
gin
a
is not
DUI.
good. Gin is not good. Like I love vodka martinis, horribly dirty vodka martinis.
Remember the movie
But I
The
hate
Sting?
gin martinis.
Movie The Sting with
No.
Paul Newman?
Look at the wrong one.
Okay. When he's like, if you want someone to think you're a drunk or smell you're drunk, you drink gin because it comes out your pores so much more than anything else.
And
that's
it,
how
it has
gets
that
into the-
weird herbally
Yeah.
pine
comes-
tree taste.
Yeah, it does.
It's bad.
Uh,
But we
It-
fuck it
I'm
up.
sure that there are drinks with gin that are decent, but definitely not a martini. I vodka martini all the way.
This is the guy that used to drive me around, like show me shortcuts to get to like places I don't normally go. Like, have you ever gotten to Showbiz Pizza through this way and then be playing me like,
Dude, I used to drive a lot. I love driving.
yeah,
It's
yeah. And I'll
part
tell
of-
you, it was great. Like you taught me more of the roads.
I
Like,
knew
"Oh,
where to
we're gonna
go to
this
get
way," and be
faster
playing like,
anywhere.
you know who Wu-Tang is? I'm like, sure. But I'd be playing a Wu-Tang song that I'd never heard before because I only listened to the Wu-Tang that played on the radio. Yeah. So I appreciate you, Mark, even though there were times we treated you like shit. And I want to go on the record to say I fucking apologize for that. That was horrible.
I
You
can't
still
recall
sniff-
a time that you were not honest with me about shit, which I respect a lot. There were other people that were not honest with me, but
Yeah.
you were very straightforward when you were pissed at me. You said it to my face,
Yeah.
and that's all I could ask with anybody.
I'm a piece of shit though.
No. No,
There's worse.
Yeah. Well, we love you.
I want people to fucking, if I fuck up, just tell me I fucked up. I don't need smiles and fucking nods behind my back. I don't need that shit.
Smiles
And-
and cries. Oh, you missed a training day opportunity. You could have said smiles and cries. But and bag
haven't seen-
fries.
Bag
Oh.
fries, yes. I call
Oh,
bag
we're
fries
naming
dibs.
that episode this.
Okay.
Smiles and cries and
And
bag
bag
fries.
Dibs.
I get those now.
Yep. So let's get into some topics. Want to do
All
that,
right.
buddy?
Sure.
All right. All right. We're gonna get into what the first one was the
Okay, so this says, fun fact. Humans are deuterostomes, which means that when they develop in the womb, the anus forms before any other opening, which basically means at one point you were nothing but an asshole. Some people never develop beyond this stage.
I figured it was something close to that, or humans talk out of their ass,
Yeah.
something to that effect. And I would say that is a very true statement. I know a lot of people that are still assholes.
Yes.
Yes.
If there was like a top five, I think top
No,
five
let's
of
do
like
top three. This is gonna take
okay, top three, not people we know, because I want to do top five because everyone's gonna say like Hitler and Mao Yang or
Oh.
whatever. Well, who are like the biggest assholes? Okay, let's do in the past like 20 years who never.
Diddy.
Oh yeah.
In any particular order?
Huh?
Any particular order?
No.
No. She
Mine is Diddy.
did it. Well,
Who?
yeah, there's plenty of asshole involvement with
Right.
that. Oh, he's gonna go
There's a lot
politics.
of
Huh?
there's a lot of fucking assholes out there.
Yep.
I'm gonna
I would
go.
name any politician.
Number 5 is any ATF director.
Okay.
Oh,
Yep.
okay.
Speaking of which, the guy who's got models of things on his.
If you
Well,
can't if you can't break down a Glock in less than 10 seconds, you don't need to be ATF director.
Wait. The director of the
Yeah.
ATF cannot.
He has no idea about firearms. None. He knows nothing.
So we're into that thing where they're just putting people in position that have no
Right.
idea what
Yes, this is
they're just
purely
Like-
bureaucratic
move.
position.
like
He
if
doesn't
you
know
go
anything.
Go ahead.
He's very far left leaning. He wants to ban assault rifles. Yeah, he's basically any ATF, regardless of the Republican or Democrat, they're all
Right.
just trash. Number
Kinda
4.
like if you go to any medical facility, like the director of the medical facilities are typically not like they don't have a career in medicine. Like they're not doctors or nurses and
They're a
like
fucking lawyer
Right.
or somebody.
yeah. But-
Like the head of a hospital's a former fucking lawyer. Some
Yeah.
bullshit. Or some podiatrist.
podiatrist.
Yeah, I said it right, didn't I?
No.
I didn't.
Go ahead, Mark. Number
Yeah.
4.
Any communist.
No.
I'm
Jason
just guessing.
Kelsey. Jason Kelsey for fucking retiring is an asshole.
Oh,
So
dude.
you're an Eagles fan, right?
We don't have a team here, and I hate Dallas, so I
Right.
like
Yeah.
just
Understood.
whoever's on fantasy. If I have somebody
Yeah.
on fantasy, I'll root for that team.
And our league's going this year.
Oh, what
Yep.
happened?
Oh
What?
no. Hold
What?
on.
I'm
Hold on.
here.
Oh no, our computer just like
Oh,
Oh,
you going to
there
sleep
it is.
mode?
Okay. Yeah,
Um,
our league this year's going.
yeah, okay. Jason Kelsey retiring was
I'm-
very sad.
I know that he has a ring,
Yes.
but he's one of my favorite people. I mean, big dude,
he
big
is
beard.
so cool.
Yeah. You kinda look
Very
like
honest.
him.
Very fun guy.
Yes.
How do you keep your beard so dark?
It's always
Is it-
actually there's long gray streaks in it too. You just can't see because of the
The lighting?
He's just
lighting.
lucky.
I know. I'm just
I don't
saying,
have,
like, dude,
like-
I'm fucking jealous of that beard.
I don't
Like,
really have any gray either. Like I have a few little
It
strands
was-
here and there.
she wants a
About
beard
down
like
to
that too.
here. Well, it was about down to here. About 2 weeks ago, I cut it because it was
Oh.
just
Too much.
Did you donate
It
it
was too
to like locks of like dudes with
I
ball cancer
probably should have.
can't
I
grow
probably should have.
ball hair?
But it was like this.
It's the same kind of hair.
Like I cut off enough that it was like 2 fistfuls of hair. Like
Oh,
can't deal with-
I love a fist.
I can't deal with long beards because okay, he used to have one after he retired. It
right.
was pretty long.
We're gonna come back in 2 weeks, and
Listen.
if your shit is shaved, I'm gonna be so mad.
I went went to the dinner and they were
Oh.
cleaning my teeth. And the lady that's cleaning my teeth said, "Does your husband have a beard?" And I said, "Yeah, why?" And she's like, "I just found his beard hair in your tooth."
It wasn't my beard here.
Oh my God.
Wow.
Oh my God. Well, I'm sure she was hoping
Wow.
it was a beard hair and you had a beard, thank
That's
God.
what you told her it
because-
was.
That's
Well,
just
you
the
did
wrong
have a
beard. That's definitely the
I
wrong
did.
beard.
Oh my
I
God.
did.
I cannot handle it. I cannot. Nope. After that, I was like, you have to shave your fucking beard, like right now.
I have only not had facial hair one time in the last, since I was probably like 12 years, 13 years old when I started to grow it.
Yeah.
And it was during COVID. And I was, when we were open, but everybody's working but home but me and the vice president and shipping and production. And nobody would go near anybody. It was all, you didn't have to wear a mask, but 50% of the company was working from home. But I was there by myself, 7 o'clock to 6 o'clock, because we were slammed. We'd never been that busy before. It was crazy.
Oh shit.
And my boss bet me a couple $100 that I wouldn't shave completely. And I was like, I'll take that money and shave completely.
Hell yeah.
But it was back at least half an inch in probably 3 weeks. It grows fast. It grows super fast. But I will never shave this completely. Like,
Do you
this
think
is gonna
it's because of your
it's
diet
going.
that it grows back so fast?
I don't know.
No, I think it's genetics.
Yeah. But I mean, his mom doesn't have a beard.
Okay.
No, but my grandfather sure as fuck did.
Yeah.
You just, well, honey, that's
I'm
all.
just jealous of my friend.
I mean, you be jealous
Yeah,
of
fuck
this.
you, dude. Put the hat back on. Put that shit back on, dude. That's high school head. He still has high school head. He could part that shit down the middle like a Backstreet Boy if you wanted to.
Yeah.
Fuck you, Mark.
Look,
My
we both still
grandfather
have
had a
90s
full.
hair. You just don't.
Yeah, I'm the only one that aged. We could take our high school photos again, and you guys would look the same, and I would look like somebody melted a fucking candle.
No.
See, look.
Okay, Jason
I
Tell
Kelsey.
me
look
it's not a
like
melted candle.
I look like my grandfather. He had a full head of hair that was just gray right here when he died at like 77.
Aww.
You mean like
And he was like 6'5", and he would
Wow.
pick me up with one hand, and I'd like
by your
rub his
throat?
whiskers on his face.
By your throat.
Aww.
That's
That's
he
so
died when I
cute.
was he died when I was young, so I don't remember a whole lot of him. I was probably like 4 when he died, 3. But
Yeah.
he would pick me up with one hand, like, because it was a very large man, and
Right.
he would just pick me up and he would hold me, and he was very gruff and very rough around the edges. He raised July hounds, which is something that's not even, you can only buy them at like 2 kennels in the US now, and they won't
wow.
sell them for pets. They're basically bred to chase coyotes and foxes. They're super fast.
Nice.
So
Um,
that's the only thing that they're bred for?
Yeah, that
Okay, okay.
they're kind of out of date. You
Yeah.
could say, like, they're not.
I would hope.
The guy
I
that
was
bred them, like, that came up with the breed, was a colonel in the Civil War. His last name was July, and like, I read all about it because my grandfather has them on his headstone. That was, my mom hated them. She's like, they were smelly and stupid. I was like, no, they're brilliant dogs. You just didn't like them.
Right.
But I remember them, and like, my grandfather wasn't the type to, like, be all loving on a kid, but he would just pick me up and carry me around everywhere, not really say much.
the scruff your neck.
Yeah, pretty
Look,
much.
boy.
Do it if you wanted to.
Aw,
That's
that's
awesome.
super cute. July hounds. I'm curious.
Yeah, I'm gonna look them up.
Now people just use donkeys.
Right? For a lot
They're
of things.
pretty. He would. He wouldn't. He would just let them out and run. They'd run coyotes all night long. He'd drink beer on the back of his truck.
Dude, all right. I want to learn this job.
Right?
That's
Well, do you know what he
much fun.
did? He was a truck driver for Coors for like 40 years.
Oh wow.
Oh, he was not Smokey or what was the
He was Snowman.
Snowman? That's who it was. Yeah,
Yes,
yeah,
he
yeah.
was Snowman.
Hell
That's
yeah.
cool.
We're gonna move on to our next subject.
Oh, okay.
Is that
Oh,
cool?
we're not gonna. We got 3 more to
I was
do.
gonna say we got 3 more assholes to talk about.
Holy shit.
I know. I guess we're just gonna stop with
Okay.
this subject.
I mean,
All right,
I mean,
number
the
3.
top 3.
We can talk about whatever you want.
Okay. I want to get
There's
Oh, all right. We don't. Johnny's
Everyone
done.
knows what assholes are now.
Okay. All right. So next. Oh,
Brazilian MP.
here we go.
Yeah.
No, oh, that we want to talk. Oh no. All right.
No, this one.
Here we go.
Yes.
Since you're like a car guy, let's talk about horsepower, right? So
Okay.
military police in SOUR, or I don't know how to say it, SOURE, SOUR, Brazil, patrol. Shut up. You don't know any better than I do. Patrol on water buffaloes instead of horses,
Water buffaloes are mean.
right? And they're massive.
Fucking.
Yeah.
You can show the photo.
Can you see it?
They look like. Look
Yeah.
at it. They look like.
Yeah, they're huge.
Right?
They're
They're the
they're like
Mexican.
longhorn steer on steroids.
Yes.
They're the Mexican version of longhorn.
Yeah, they're giant.
Fucking.
So, like, everybody talks about horsepower, which is literally based on horses, right? Like, how many horses does it take to pull this
Yeah.
or whatever?
So what is
Yeah.
water buffalo power?
Essentially.
Right?
Fucking
Do
more
they
than
have
horsepower.
water?
Right? Sure.
If
I don't
you
know.
put a 350 water buffalo power engine into a 2006 Subaru Outback Sport WRX. No, wait. Yeah,
Preza.
I overdid it.
Yeah.
The WRX. Do you think
You're just talking shit. Let
I
me
am?
talk.
Sorry.
Shut up.
What's your favorite Fast and Furious movie?
Oh,
None.
they're all bad, but they're all good.
Right. They're terrible, but it's like a
I
train
w-
wreck. You have to watch
I
to
would
see what
say
they're going to do.
the latest one was good. If they're entertaining,
You
they're not going to
saw
win
it.
an Oscar anywhere, but they are very entertaining movies, and I love the cars. We, as a company, we go to see them every time they're released. As a company, we go see them,
Wow.
Hell yeah.
and
So,
we've been
like-
doing that since 2007, since I've worked there.
So what
So-
was the first one that you saw? What was the first Fast and Furious that you saw with the company?
The first one I saw, I believe, was number 4.
Okay.
I liked the
Um,
first one.
Yeah.
I live my life at a quarter mile at a time. That's the
Family.
gayest thing I ever heard in my life.
Family.
I probably like Tokyo Drift.
Really?
Yeah,
You
because
think that what was it? What was it? A 66, 67 Mustang could on the
Yeah, you
side
can
of a
do that.
mountain?
there's people that do it. There's people that
Now, yeah, but back then, no. Fuck.
you could easily. It's not hard to do. The problem with anything like that is that if nobody's done it before, you have to fabricate your own mounts, your own exhaust, your own headers to clear whatever needs to be cleared, your own subframe, depending on what it is. You have to weld it all.
See,
There
he
are
knows like the
companies-
science behind the bullshit.
There
That's
are
why we-
companies out there that specialize in making swap kits for motors, like LS swap kits for Nissans. You know, like GM LS. LS is literally the base model of what you put in anything. And
Yeah.
LS will literally fit in anything. It's tiny. They're not very big. They're just there's not much to them because
Yeah.
they're not a dual overhead cam motor like Ford, where you have
the whole what is it? The whole Henry Ford fucking line just
What are you talking about? I don't know.
what he created the
Assembly
assembly
line.
line.
yeah Ford.
Yeah, and that's
is-
all it is. It's just a way they built this simple fucking what you're talking about and they just mass produce it.
Yeah, they essentially they create one swap kit that includes everything you need to put this motor in this vehicle. And they only do it for like very popular vehicles, but they have them for like 80s Volvos. They have them for Nissan 240s and Nissan 300ZXs, Skylines. They have them for just about any. They have an LS swap kit for old Mustangs, for Fox bodies, for just about anything.
Is that the kind of shit that I saw like the old um, the old Cobras, the rounded two-seater, um,
I don't
What
know.
year?
Find your words.
the Shelby Cobra,
Oh, like the
the
mid.
silver,
They don't
the
typically
the
do
kit
those in
cars.
older
Remember
cars.
they were old
Yeah.
kit
Oh
cars.
yeah, like
Yeah.
the AC Cobra.
Okay. Yeah. Is this
Yeah.
the
So
same
that's
thing
a
that we're talking about?
the body of that car is basically a British car that they Shelby brought over here.
Yeah.
So it's a Shelby Cobra. Those came with 427s. There are kit cars where you can throw an LS in them.
That's what. Yeah.
Those are ridiculously dangerous cars because they weigh nothing.
Oh.
So
They
people just.
people cannot control them. There was a guy. Um, so House of Boost is a shop in Kansas City that we've worked with. I know them personally. They're in an so there was an old military base in Kansas City that was sold to the public, and they're in one of the old, big, giant kind of hangars at this old military base, and they have a dyno and everything, and they had a 1200 wheel horsepower Cobra there that got twin turbo, 427. The owner was an old man who never fucking drove it, but they were very worried about this old man killing himself in this car.
Wow.
As they should be, and let
Like,
him go that way. I mean, if you're that old, just
so we,
the
do
brake
you know what a
doesn't work,
brushless,
dude. Go,
do you know what a brushless motor is?
no.
So brushless motor is what you see in basically all like Bosch tools, and it's an electrical motor.
Okay.
So for years and years and years, every fuel pump in a car has been brushed. So it has brushes, and the fuel actually hits the inside of everything. Ethanol, E85, E15 would wear out those pumps faster. So
It's all the marketing.
brushless motors were designed for pumps. Now they're more expensive, but they flow more. And we had our own brushless pump, and we were testing it. And I had a company out in California put it in a GTO, 0506 GTO. So you know what
What
the newer
color?
GTOs look like? Yellow, I think. I'm
Yeah.
not sure.
Yeah. They look like they look like old Sunfires, but like
Yeah.
kind of slicked out. Yeah.
So
They
it was an
shouldn't
old
have
man.
sounded like they did.
It was an old man. I sent them the pump. It made six something by itself. It made as much power as it needed to. It had a TVS 2.6 blower on it. Made good power. So I called him back. His name is Mike. About probably like 2 weeks later, he was like, "I didn't tell you." And then he sent me the article where the old man split the car down the middle through a tree and killed himself.
Oh no.
What side did he end up on? Left or right? I'm curious.
um, it was probably the worst thing I've ever seen. The picture of the car.
Oh no.
It was
Yeah.
pretty bad. And
The
see,
car, just seeing that car damaged like it was.
as long as I've worked there and have been like, I've spent the night in pits at NMRA races with like Helion's a big turbo kit company, but they have like 5 cars in the event, and they get me trashed when I'd go, and they fucking drink in the pits. And I understand how hard drag racing really is with cars that make 7, 800, 900, 13, 14, 1500 horsepower. It's not something you can just get in and drive.
No.
In fact, I would say that like my niece wanted a new Camaro back probably like 6 or 7 years ago. And I told my brother-in-law absolutely not, because even 400 horsepower is not
Dude,
Well,
something
that's
that
okay. So
Dude,
when
people-
I went to get my car, I got a GT. And everybody's like, why didn't you get a Hellcat? Why didn't you?
you were one of them too, but I want her to get more power as
I was
well.
like,
But
no, I can't.
Yeah.
I cannot handle
well,
all that.
bitch,
It's-
fucking's got torque. But
Yeah, my GT is good. Like,
It's not something that- it's not, I don't, I hated the fact that Hellcats came out because so many of them just got absolutely trashed.
Right. Because
and
not
wrecked.
everybody knows how to drive.
no,
And,
yeah,
like,
it's
I can drive. I mean, I'm a decent driver. I can drive a lot of shit.
most
But
people they
not
get
that,
behind
like, I
they
don't.
get behind a fucking Altima with like 300 horsepower and whatever, and they're like, that's what I learned to drive on, and then they have no idea and get behind 500 plus horsepower of a fucking Mustang or whatever it may be, and just give it a little bit of gas, and
They're
they're in a
facing the
fucking
other way.
wall. Yeah, they're
Yeah.
in a fucking wall.
It's
I
happened.
did that the racing in Raleigh on those adult go-karts. Dude, I stalled out before the fucking first race started, and I spun out on the first turn because it wasn't anything.
You're not a trained driver, like
Yeah,
as far as
exactly.
racing.
Yeah.
My
So
car scared the shit out of me when it was first tuned. When it made 700, it scared the absolute piss out of me. Like,
your Mustang's hitting 700,
yeah,
And you're like
the Stormtrooper.
a
oh
trained
yeah.
driver. So obviously, not
I
just
mean,
any Joe can go out and buy this
no,
shit and drive it.
Mark?
it'll number one, it throws you in the back of the seat, and you're not really doing anything but trying to steer the car. That's it. That's all you can do.
Yeah.
It's not easy to do in the first place, especially if you don't have a good seat. Factory seats kind of are trash. If
Well,
you're
my
not
car
really
came with
ready
good
for it,
seats.
if you're not ready for it, then you don't need to be driving it. I mean, that's just. I was on right down the street from here. They had just redone the road. It was blacktop, which is kind of shitty, and it's 1 o'clock in the morning. I'm in the middle of the street because there ain't nobody around, and I'm like almost on the shoulder in less than a second.
You're still
And
17.
shitting my pants.
I
Shitting my
love you,
pants.
man. But
I mean, I'm not
Yes,
gonna lie, I
except
did that in my car too.
I am. Yeah, but you didn't almost kill his brother.
this guy is the only man that have my brother's teeth imprinted in the top
Yes.
of the fucking S10 truck. Because we decided that we were gonna play Mark's gonna drive and Billy's gonna be in the back of the pickup truck, and we were gonna throw passes.
Oh
with
my
But they
a
threw it
ball.
at me,
Yeah.
and it went in the window. And I tried to throw it back, and I go around, and I hit the light pole.
Oh shit.
And
Billy,
Billy hit the bottom of his mouth on the top of the truck that left an imprint of his teeth in the truck.
Yeah.
Flies
Oh my
over.
God.
He lands on his feet, laughing.
Oh my God.
Like any
he had
normal
braces.
person, any normal person would have a broken jaw.
Right.
He's just laughing and rubbing his face like this, like I drink a lot of milk. That's what he said.
Oh my God.
My brother bit the top of his truck.
Right. And left
I
print.
was fucking mortified, like
Yeah.
literally
Y'all
mortified.
didn't learn your lesson with that S10. Y'all had to fuck with me in a different S10.
Yep.
Okay.
Kids.
We
ain't stopped until somebody's.
The tism is very strong with me.
Understood.
So
My kids and I talk about all of that all the time. Like they swear, like I'm touched just with the tism, just a little.
so this is probably something I think I told Johnny, but I have Asperger's.
That is my daughter.
And that's something
It means you don't wipe very well.
No, that's not what that.
I mean,
that's a
It's
joke.
it's on the
joke from
spectrum.
I discovered dude wipes a long time ago. I don't use toilet paper anymore. I fucking but my mom had always had that suspicion, and my nephew has Asperger's, a lot worse than I do. But I actually got tested probably about a year and a half ago, I think. About a year, year and a half.
Seriously?
Yep.
Okay.
Paid for the
This
test
is
and
news to me.
everything.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I thought I told you. I didn't tell very many people because it
No.
doesn't matter. But
No.
it makes a lot of sense to me on why I am the way I am and why I do things the way I do things. Not very good at social cues. I've never been good at social cues. But
Right.
and I'm not, I don't like people. Like I can't fucking stand groups of people. I'm just no.
Right.
Like
Like the
I would
anxiety, the thought of just being in a crowd, you're just like, I don't want to go. I don't want to do this.
like
Dude, when I saw you at Billy's wedding, I was like, holy shit. I was like, because I expected you up front, dude. I really did. I expected you up front. But that
he
didn't
don't talk to
happen.
me.
That's neither here nor there.
He wasn't
He doesn't
as
talk to me
excited as
ever.
I was.
So
I
Billy,
was.
No, you weren't.
we send memes to each other, but Billy blocked me on Facebook too.
Yeah, me multiple times. He's my brother.
Like
She's still black.
he he wanted me to be there, so I told him I would be there, and I'm not gonna fucking skip out on that. If
Yeah.
you two had gotten married in Oklahoma City, I
You
would
would
have
have been there.
Of
I'd have been
course.
there.
He would have been up front with me.
I'd have had you in a
I've been
fucking
fucking made of
dress.
honor, bitch.
You're gonna stand on that side, you're wearing a dress. And you're gonna look fucking great.
But yes, I had to be there. I mean, it's Billy getting married. I didn't.
Yeah.
That's the one guy that deserved to get married and deserved to have a good woman. Billy's a good man. He might be a
Absolutely.
fucking asshole, and he might not have the greatest political views.
Yeah.
Now, I don't disagree with a lot of his political views, but he doesn't need to hammer it home so much. But Billy is a very good man, and he deserved
He
a
means
good
well,
woman.
that looks for attention, and if I
Anyway,
say anything negative,
anyways,
I'm the
He
baby. If I
he
say
needed
anything else,
he needed a good
Anyways.
woman, and he found a good woman, and I am
Yes,
very
he
happy
did.
that he did.
Speaking of weddings, we could get into our final topic of binge drinking.
oh, okay. All
No,
right.
you mean single women?
Yes.
Well, let
No.
me just correct
She's binge
that.
drinking right now. She's not single. What the fuck, Mark?
Listen. All right, be quiet. You're
Okay.
talking too much. Rich women binge drink more and have more alcohol-related problems than poor women, while the opposite is true for men.
Thoughts?
That doesn't sound too off base.
Right?
I've known a few binge drinking women in my life. I don't know that they
You
were
still know.
poor or rich. I don't count you. I don't. If he was a binge drinker still, I wouldn't
Dude.
count him either.
With her, it's like once every 6 months.
Yeah.
And this is
That's-
once.
I don't.
This is
I
the
don't
first
count
of
you.
2024. I've
Well-
met my wife drunk. It's gonna be a good night.
Shut up.
Sorry.
No, so here's the thing. Like, I haven't drank since I went to school.
Right.
Like, not really, yeah. Because I always, so I felt like if I drank at all, I would forget everything I was learning. So, like, I was just this giant ball of nerves and stress and studying for like 2 years. And then I started my job, and then I was scared that if I like relaxed at all, I would kill somebody. So it's been like,
Let's talk about that, nurse.
it's I know, I was scared. I couldn't relax.
Yeah, that's scary. You don't want to kill anybody as a
No.
nurse.
So it's been a ride. So every now and then, you know. But yeah, rich women binge drink more
Yeah.
and poor men.
I don't really know any rich women. I know a lot of poor men that binge drink like
Dude,
motherfuckers.
yeah.
Right?
You know me.
So
Well,
You're
you
not
knew me
poor.
for years.
you're not poor.
You're not poor.
No.
I was for years.
No, you weren't.
For as long as Mark knew me,
No, you weren't.
like Mark has known me more poor than like
Johnny, you were raised in a very upper middle class family. You were never poor.
we drank powdered milk.
Because there were 9 of you. Fuck that.
That's not poor, John. Your parents were thrifty. That doesn't mean they were
Right?
poor.
No.
They had to
My
feed 9
mother
kids.
fucking ironed clothes and babysat in the house. She worked her ass off.
Okay, nobody is denying that your mother and your father worked there.
Wait, you guys are right. We weren't
Fuck, man.
we weren't poor
Relax.
because we
You were
worked
not.
hard to stay middle class.
Okay,
Yes,
but you were,
but
yeah.
but you weren't poor.
No. No.
I got to play
Poor-
hockey.
Poor is moving to the part of Oklahoma City because somebody that your dad worked with said that's where you should go to school, but you have to go to thrift stores so the girls don't make fun of you.
Wow, that
That's
sounds
poor.
really personal.
My parents grew up dirt poor. My mom was like, it was my mom, her dad, her mom, their brother and sister-in-law, and the grandparents all in one house.
Holy crap.
And my
I'm
father
looking
grew up in
at it.
Okarche, and they had like he saved money for 3 years to buy a car, working at Homeland starting when he was 14, or Safeway.
Wow.
Homeland was the local
Grocery store.
Yeah. So but I was definitely not poor.
Right.
I was a spoiled brat.
Yeah, we
I don't
all
know.
went to a high school that was
Mark
very,
always had awesome cars.
very upper middle class.
I wouldn't say that any of us were brats. Like we weren't.
No, well,
We.
there's
I
a
was
couple in
spoiled.
your group that I would call brats.
I was spoiled.
Like it.
John Nixon.
I'm not doing that.
Huh?
Yes, there were a couple. I could
Yeah.
think of some,
Yeah.
but I would
But for the
say that
majority,
I don't think that I acted like a spoiled brat.
no,
You
never.
know,
No.
I wouldn't have been friends. Like you and I would not have been friends. Like the ones
My-
that were brats, I am not friends with
They're not fun.
because I wasn't raised that way. I
you
wasn't.
can cut out the part where I said John Mason.
But you know what?
You don't edit shit. Nobody watches this.
Say that about him because he was. I would say the ones that were brats were the ones that were like
I forgot my binge drinking.
rude to me. Like,
Who's rude to you?
ooh, do we really want to name names?
No.
Thanks you, Mark.
I don't.
There
remember
were a
any-
few.
I'm sure
There
there
were a
were.
few.
I don't recall anybody being mean to you around me. So
No, not around you. It was more of a side eye here and there or a like sneer, like they couldn't talk to
It was
me.
some Mean Girl stuff.
Well, one was a
Uh.
boy.
It was some Mean Girl stuff.
Yeah, it was.
Have you seen
There's-
the new one? It's a musical. Don't.
No, I want to watch it.
Okay, you can watch it, Mark.
there's a reason why I don't talk to anybody anymore. But you and
Us.
and your brother, and I do talk to everybody obviously that's in the league, and when I see them.
Yeah.
I have no problem with Darren. I have no problem with Poppy.
Right.
None.
Dude.
I'm
But-
so excited for fantasy football, but I'm scared that I'm going to be
Fuck
like a
you.
huge letdown from last year.
Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you. John, I've just been beating your ass lately, so it don't matter. But you, fuck you for beating me every fucking time.
No, Jonathan Gold beat me every time when he wasn't even paying attention.
Paying attention. I'm probably gonna boot his ass out, but we'll talk about that later. Hey, dude, I'm coming into town.
Oh yeah, he
Oh,
is.
this-
I'm
this-
not. I have to work. He's retired, fucker.
End of July, early August, 2 weeks.
Oh,
I'll
okay.
hit you up.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah.
He'll be there. Have fun.
Yeah. Well, dude, we're
Well,
not
go
gonna
grab a
keep any
beer.
more. What's up?
We'll go grab a beer or bourbon.
Yes.
I drink bourbon. Very rarely do I drink beer.
He can't drink
Like-
bourbon.
I'll drink a beer with you then. I
You
have
can drink
bottles.
bourbon.
I
He
can-
has to
I
drink
can
beer.
a bourbon.
No, you
I
can't.
have
If
bottles
he's
of
driving,
bourbon.
I can drink a bourbon.
I have bottles of
fun with
bourbon. I'll
that.
make an old fashioned every once. So I'm an old man drinker. Like
Oh, yes.
I'm a big on old fashions and really good bourbon. I don't really drink beer anymore. I do like
Yeah.
Guinness and I'll drink, but Bloody Marys. I like horribly fucking dirty martinis, vodka martinis, and Bloody Marys. I love a good Bloody Mary. Like
Yeah, we do too.
Mark loves
Us.
a movie drink. You love a movie drink.
I need you to come to South Carolina. We're going to go to the Liberty Tap Room. They have the best Bloody Marys you've ever had, ever.
I don't know. He's sent me some pretty sick fucking
Well,
Bloody
he's been to
Mary
Vegas. I
from
haven't.
Vegas.
But-
so the best
They were like
Bloody
pictures.
Mary, the best Bloody Mary I ever had was also the most simple Bloody Mary that I've ever had.
Was it at a golf
And
course?
it was in Vegas at Bellagio.
Okay, well, I've
And-
never been.
Yeah,
all
I gotta
it
take her
had-
to Vegas.
They gave it to me and I expected some fancy shit because you see that all the time. And it was a $25 Bloody Mary because it had top shelf vodka in it.
Yeah.
And all it had was a celery stick. And that's it.
Yeah.
And a straw. And it had
Spicy.
some sort of pepper salt on the rim. And I probably drank like 6 or 7 of them.
What time was it?
Doesn't matter. It's
It
Vegas.
does.
6
It
o'clock
does
at
matter.
night.
Vegas, it doesn't matter.
What?
I learned in Vegas that you can actually get to-go drinks everywhere the
Right.
first year.
It put them
They-
around your
I was-
neck.
I was at Margaritaville with friends, car people, and I had a giant margarita like 48-ounce margarita,
The
and they
yard
poured it
longs.
in a giant cup and said, "This is your to-go cup." And I said, "What do you mean to-go cup?" "Oh, you can drink anywhere you want in Vegas." And I was like, "And you can leave the restaurants." And I was like, "Oh yes, we're going to do this."
The first
So
time
I
I
had
was ever in Vegas, I was, we had a table or whatever, and be drinking. And my buddies would be like, "Hey, we're gonna go," because it was after my first employment, so it was '04.
Yeah, I know
And
all about that trip.
okay, yeah, there's pictures of me just
I
like that.
I enjoy
But
Vegas, but I only enjoy it for 4 or 5 days before I have to.
this
I'm done.
dude, that's as long as you could go. But this was a Vegas when there were like dudes that would sit on coolers on every corner of the block. It would just be filled with beers. And they would just give you a fucking big ass beer for $1 or whatever. And you would usually tip them. And they would fucking make bank. And I didn't realize that you could walk down the strips with beers. So every time we were in the in the casino, my buddy's like, "Hey, we're gonna leave. Hold on, let me finish my beer." Like, you can take it with you. I'm like, "Oh, I'm already chugging it," and I would get one more to go and then walk out. Vegas used to be it. We're gonna
Anyways,
go.
I've never been, but you should really come to the coast and see us.
Yeah.
I need to because I would have fun.
Yes, you would.
And
We
all your
love you,
kids are
Mark.
fucking grown now.
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
grown, all of
Yeah.
them.
You can kick them out.
They're all still here, thank God, because I don't know what I'm gonna do when they leave me.
You know what she
You'll
does?
be
She
all
gets
right.
new puppies.
You know what I did? The day my youngest graduated last week, I got a puppy. Yep. I was like, I need another baby.
Yeah.
All moms are the same. Sister's the same way. My
They're
niece, my
saving them
nieces
all.
moved out together, and my sister was just bawling.
Right? Like,
Mhm.
I don't know what I'll do. Like, Dylan's probably gonna move soon because he'll be graduating his college program for welding.
You'll learn to do something. You'll
We're
learn
gonna
to
have a
do
great
something.
fucking time. We'll have the house to ourselves. Be dick and balls and titties.
Stop.
You'll build shit like I build shit.
Okay,
That's,
well,
that's
I
what
do
you'll do.
look, I
You'll
do
build
have a
stuff.
couple. I have a couple
Look at
of
that.
those. So we'll
Like
probably
I
get
literally
in.
built this gun from scratch. Like
Nice.
bare bones frame. I had to put everything together with it. Bare bones slide. I had to buy all Glock parts for it as a Glock
Oh
clone.
yeah.
I mean, when I say the tism is strong, it's because I'm obsessed with this shit. Like literally obsessed with
No
it.
shit.
That's one thing I noticed though, like with Allie and with me, like we have these like hyper fixation things. Like for 1 minute it'll be reading certain styles of books. And then we'll lose interest in that, or we'll finish a series and we're like, okay, we can't ever read again. So like I'll start crocheting. Or she'll get into her YouTube, like YouTubers that she watches all the time. Like there's like
She doesn't even watch
hyperfixation.
us.
No.
No,
There's
I
like
completely, I get it. I get
you
it.
hyper fixate on things, and that's another thing that was really good with school for me because I had something to hyper focus on, and you couldn't like leave me alone, I'm busy. But
I,
it's cool.
Yeah.
It's a superpower.
You're gonna help us beat the machines.
It keeps me from getting in trouble.
Yeah.
You know, that's to me, that's what it does. It keeps me from getting in trouble. I sit here, I'll buy parts, they all come in, I'll fucking I have a table over there, it has tons of shit on it, tools, and I'll fucking sit there for like 3 hours and build a gun. It doesn't take me
Nice.
3 hours, but I'm very inattentive about it. I'll
Yeah.
like measure everything, make sure everything's good to go. It's
You're
quite
no
quite
different than like a model maker. Like
yeah, it's
people that used to make
I like
model cars.
so
You just do
I
it
have
with
land to shoot at. We
Yeah.
have family land, and I go shoot, and I can go shoot whenever I want. But I kind of like building them. I love shooting them. I kind of like building them more than I like
Do
shooting
you
them.
remember
I need
sorry,
all the guns.
do you
All the
remember the
guns.
movie Mr. Dynasty? Was it Mr. Dynasty or Mr. Destiny? With
Mr. Destiny?
yeah, with Jim Belushi.
Yes, I do remember that movie.
And at what you just reminded me of that point where because I'm sorry, babe. He gets his way and then he has all those cars because he has all that money. And at one point, like near the end of the movie, the wife catches him like in his study and he's like building the models because that's what he was in his former life. That's how he knew those cars. And she's like, "Yeah, honey, you have that same vehicle in the garage."
That's the same.
And yeah, and he's like, "Yeah, but I like it so much better this way because like as a child,
Yeah.
that's how you It was a great movie.
Yes.
It's yeah, one of those. He doesn't do a whole lot of good movies, but that was a good
No,
one.
but that was a good one.
Yeah. So Mark, we're not going to keep you any longer, and by
Well,
the
whenever you want
color
to
of
do
my
this, let me know.
eyes,
I'll do this
we
again if you ever want to shoot the shit.
absolutely it's going to happen.
Oh, one more time, John. Look at the hair.
Fuck you, Mark. Fuck you. On that note,
You still
love
have
you,
some.
Mark.
Love you too. Love you, Stacy. You guys have a
Love you
great night.
too. You
And
too.
keep him in line and don't drink too much.
I'll do my best.
On which
And
one?
Both.
Okay.
all right. Bye, guys. Have a good night.
Hey, you too, brother.
John, I'll
Love
see
you,
you
man.
in a month.
Absolutely. I'm gonna hit you up.
All right.
Later,
Have
man.
fun, guys. Later.